Hey there. So listen, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys really quickly about when we live in a world that is full of things that you don't participate in as a person who stands out and want to be separated. The Bible tells us to come out from among them and be ye separate. A lot of times you're going to find yourself put in positions or predicaments where you're going to have to show yourself and prove yourself to be a true Christian. You're going to have to show yourself and prove yourself to be a true person of God that actually believes in the Trinity of God, that actually believes in not doing certain things and not compromising who you are and what God has called you to be in this world that is filled with it's okay to compromise. I just wanted to come on here really quickly and let you guys know that, especially with Halloween coming up, to those of you who are Christians who feel like it's nothing wrong with Halloween, that's going to be between you and Jesus. But as for us, in our household, we do not celebrate Halloween. And I remember last year, hold on, you guys, I gotta think. So in a world that is filled with all of this stuff, I remember last year I had posted, I think it was last year, I had posted, here is a Halloween alternative. And our Halloween alternative is we watch movies, we eat a whole bunch of different random stuff, almost like a sampler plate, and we have candy. And I remember someone said, how is that an alternative when you're still celebrating? And, I didn't feel the need to answer that question. So I just deleted their message and kept on moving. But I should have took the time to answer and respond and explain, even though I'm not obligated to explain. Because the thing is sometimes as a Christian, we don't explain certain things to people who are unbelievers, who are not believers. And what happens is they just stick to what they think or what they know or what they feel to be true. So let me explain right now, because I feel like this is a perfect chance. To explain. How is that considered as, Deanna, you need to sit back. How is that considered as an alternative when it's almost as if we are still celebrating Halloween? It is considered as an alternative because we are not going out and we are not trick-or-treating. We are not going out and participating in the decorations. We are not doing certain gestures that they have for Halloween. But why is it, or how is it an alternative? Well, some years ago, when me and my husband decided that we were not going to celebrate Halloween anymore, because when I first met my husband, he was in church. I was not in church. I didn't know no difference. I didn't think nothing was different. So even when we first started dating, he did not deter me from continuing to take the kids trick-or-treating. And it wasn't until one day, I remember the last time, it was around the time where they were talking about people was putting stuff inside the candy, and it kind of scared me, especially having younger children. It kind of scared me. So I was like, well, maybe I could take a break and not do trick-or-treating this year. Well, I decided to take the break and not do the trick-or-treating that year. What happened is the following year had came around and it was okay to go trick-or-treating, but I told the kids, I said, well, how about we stay in the house this year, because I was still a little afraid. So I said, oh yeah, I'm glad I peeped. We got to drop this box off at the Goodwill. So I was like, well, I'm glad that I thought about it, and I'm kind of glad that I was afraid, because it put me in a different position. So I told the kids, I said, hey, you guys, how about we stay in the house and I let y'all stay up late and we watch a whole bunch of movies and we make some popcorn and we order some pizza and we get some chicken wings. And they were like, oh my, yes. And I said, and I'll buy y'all a whole bunch of candy. So you don't even got to go nowhere and we can stay warm. We'll be in the house in our comfort. So the kids agreed. We did it and never turned back. So it was pretty much creating that alternative for our kids, so that when they went to school and all the other kids was bringing their candy from trick-or-treating, our kids, they were able to take stuff that they had from not going trick-or-treating, but from their night of alternative. So Lady K, where are you going with this? I just want to let someone know that if you are in a position where you are debating, well, my kids are so used to trick-or-treating and I don't really know what to do because I want to stop. Oh, and there's no line. I want to stop. But the problem with me stopping is because the kids are so used to going, I feel like it's going to put me in a bad position to look like the bad guy as a mom or as a dad. And also, I feel like it's okay. It's not such a big deal. Sometimes we put ourselves in positions to compromise when God is saying that's not so. I don't want you to compromise. If I tell you that something is not good for you, then just stop. And this goes beyond trick-or-treating. This is way bigger than trick-or-treating. This is a number of things. You do not have to compromise who you are just because of how everybody else feels and what everybody else thinks about you. You don't have to do that. That's not necessary. Okay? But hold on. Okay, I forgot, you guys, that we had to drop this stuff off at the Goodwill. We had a box back there. And yesterday the line was extremely long. So I was like, we're going to do it another day. But so back to what I was saying. Don't feel the need to compromise because you see everybody else around you doing it. You used to go with your cousins and them, and y'all used to have so much. But you used to go with your family and all of that. So I'm saying all of that to say you don't have to compromise. This year you can make a decision to do something different. And yet again, like I said, this goes beyond Halloween. This goes all the way down to doing anything that God has been pretty much telling you gotta stop. Amen. So I just wanted to say that, and sorry about my face. Somebody almost like sideswiped us, like they didn't even care. They didn't apologize or nothing, honey. So yes, but what we doing? Hashtag no more compromise.